been what, 15 years? About that, yes. 15 years is a long time to wait. Can't imagine how much I've suffered. You've suffered, but now, perfect opportunity has presented itself. At last, I shall have my revenge. What? Merry Christmas. Is that Edgeworth? Wait, did Edgeworth kill a man on Christmas? December 25th. You know if there are any good waterfalls around here? Are we not acknowledging Christmas at all? Oh, is that part of your spirit medium training? Of course, except I've been slacking off lately. I need to brave the elements and be forged anew under the Russian spring waters. Actually, yeah, I guess Christmas isn't as big of a thing in Japan. I'm still used to seeing some acknowledgement of Christmas though, you know? Because I know that like in Japan, it is a Christmas tradition, thanks to corporate capitalism and good effective marketing, to go and get KFC. I guess so that'd be weird in this game if Phoenix Wright was like, you know, I'm real hungry. I could go for some Kentucky Fried Chicken right about now. I don't know about any falls per se, but Gourd Lake is pretty close. Oh, darn. Sorry, but them's the breaks. Couldn't you just take a cold shower or something? Good idea. So much for Russian spring waters. Next in the news, a large unidentified animal was sighted at Gourd Lake. The town is buzzing with excitement. Locals are calling it Gordy, in a tip of the hat to Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. Boring. Can't they show real news for a change? Nick? The water pressure's kind of low in that shower. Why don't you go down to the fire department and have them spray you with the hose? That's not a valid suggestion, Phoenix. Good idea, Nick. Never mind. We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. Strange occurrences continue at Gourd Lake, but this time, it's murder. Gourd Lake again. The body of a man was found in the lake early this morning. A suspect was apprehended. Sources inside the police department revealed that the suspect's name is Miles Edgeworth, age 24. Edgeworth? What's going on? Edgeworth would never do something like... Nick? Maya! The fireman yelled at me when I called him. We've got bigger things to worry about than that. They arrested Edgeworth. What? You mean the prosecutor? Yeah, he's a suspect in a murder. What? You should talk to Mr. Edgeworth and check out the crime scene. Okay, yeah, let's just get going. Let's just get going. This is where it happened. Yeah, Gourd Lake is in the middle of this park. I can see some police walking around in there. Questioning people, probably. Hey, isn't that Detective Gumshoe over there? Well, pal? There's enough of us here. Anyone found anything? Sorry, sir. Nothing. Idiot! The trial's tomorrow! We need clues on the double. But sir, there weren't any clues. That's why we arrested that attorney, Mr. Edgeworth. It's clear, sir. He was the one who... Shut up! Just you try saying that again. I'll make you so sorry. Sorry if you do. So just get out of my face, pal. Yes, sir. Do you know what happened here? Huh? You don't know, pal? No. Wow, okay, Mr. Head and the fluffy pink cloud slayer. It happened last night, about 15 minutes after midnight. There was a boat out in Gourd Lake. And that boat were two men. One of those men shot the other with a pistol. And the shooter was Mr. Edgeworth. The cop who arrived on the scene arrested him. How did they get there so fast? Well, there was a witness. When the report came in, we raced to the lake. A witness? You don't think Mr. Edgeworth is a murderer, do you? Absolutely not. It's impossible. I don't care if there's a witness either. I don't believe a lick of it. Right, who cares what the witness says? That's just a valuable testimony. So, you've come to laugh at the fallen attorney. Then laugh. Well, why aren't you laughing? We don't have so much free time we can spend it coming down here to laugh at you. Yes, you do. Actually, he's right. I've cleared my entire schedule for the day. I could just sit here laughing at his face for hours. Okay, this is a long shot. This is a real long shot, but he's not talking much. Your attorney's badge? Edgeworth. Let me defend you. It worked! It worked! Yeah! Ha! Ha! Oh, no, he's just laughing at us. Every defense attorney I've talked to has turned me down. What? Simply put, they were afraid I'd lose. It occurred to me that it might be my fault that they lack confidence. After all, I did get every single one of their clients declared guilty. Regardless, I don't want you to involve in this. You in particular, I cannot ask to do this. Look, just go away and leave me alone! Mr. Edgeworth did it, didn't he? Maya, let's go investigate elsewhere. Okay, Gourd Lake. I feel winter's chill from the bare leaf trees today. What is it about winter that turns people into poets? I don't know, but my toes are starting to feel numb. That's why poetry has that effect on some people. You wouldn't understand my art. It is not ready for this world. It's not ready to transform it. Trees and coldness. Samurai dog? Huh, someone left some poppers here. You know, you pull the string. And it goes pop. Yeah, I know the ones. See them a lot around New Year's. Hey, Nick, they might be a clue. Let's take them. Come on, admit it. You just want to pop them, right? Was it that obvious? Poppers, I suppose it couldn't hurt. Huh? Where'd they go? Into my pocket. Okay, well, Maya's got him. There is a camera set up. Oh, no, someone's just here, like, straight up a car and everything. This camera has a mic and some sort of attachment. Let's take pictures when triggered by a noise. Wow, cool, let's try it out. Cough. Hi, I'm Nick. Maybe I'm not saying it loud enough. Hey, I'm Nick. Huh. Nick! Will you stop that? Maybe it's broken. Don't kick it. Maybe it isn't set to respond to voices. Well, what then? These things. Party poppers. Oh. Well, it responded. Yeah. Oh. Hey you, get your hands off of that. Don't try to play stupid with me just because you think I'm some country bumpkin. Yeah, I know how y'all Yanks think. I say those southern folks talk with all that exaggerated drawl. Why, they must be so dumb. Believe me, the only one who looks dumb here is me. We might as well talk. What happened? What? Can't you see I'm changing the film of my camera here? Someone, I'm not naming any names, but someone used up a whole roll. Sorry. That didn't work. I wonder if I have anything to show her that would get her attention. All I have is my badge. Aren't badges supposed to be all shiny and impressive? You a cop or something? I'm a lawyer. Oh, what? Y'all ain't gonna try and pull one of them lawsuits on me over that film now. Cause I'll have y'all know I'm a fighter and I've wrestled meaner looking things than you. No, that's not it at all. We're here investigating a murder that took place on the lake. A murder? Ah, that sounds delightful. Why didn't y'all say that in the first place? Go ahead, ask me anything y'all like. I'm Lotta Heart, but y'all can call me Lotta. I wonder if she has a lot of heart. I'm here photographing meteor showers for a research project. Mighty pleased to meet ya. Actually, the victim in the case of researching, he was shot with a pistol. A pistol? Right. And wouldn't a gunshot make a similar noise to our party popper? I guess it would. Your camera didn't get a picture of the murder, did it? Hey, y'all are pretty bright. Huh? I see what you're saying. Tell you what, I'll have a look-see at my film. I could be a witness to a genuine murder. Yeehaw! I'll go check out that film. Y'all come back now, you hear? Thanks for coming down, pal. Detective Gumshoe, can you show me that photo of the victim? Someone you know? I don't know. I just have this weird feeling I met him somewhere a long time ago. It's James May! Nick, have you ever seen Top Gear? But like the old seasons when they had the original trio of presenters? No, not the Noel Edmond days, Nick. No one watched that one. Hey, y'all! Lotta! Wait up a sec, we got bingo. Bingo? My automatic camera took 2 pictures last night. There was a second gun on the boat. There was a second gun on the boat, and it was a shotgun. But you can't really tell who that is shooting. Yeah, well, there was enough fog out there last night to strangle a bullfrog. But you know, seeing these photos reminded me of something. I saw the murder happen. I'm a witness. What? Are you serious? Of course. Y'all reckon I should tell the cops? Yeah, probably. Probably. I reckon so. What's that? Now don't y'all go trying to mock my accent. God forbid we mock her accent. Or rather, God forbid we mock her accent, am I right? Hey. Ah! Ho ho ho! Long time no see, Nick. I gotta desperately try not to make it goofy. Dude, it's me. Oh, it's Larry! What are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm working my day job. I sell samurai dogs. You want one? Gotta get money for dates, you know. My girl Kiance deserves the best. Kiance, not another model, I hope. There was a murder here last night. Since you work here, have you heard anything? The defendant is Edgeworth, Miles Edgeworth. Nick? Why would Larry know Edgeworth? Whoa, Nick! You don't mean that Miles Edgeworth? Old Edgy? Yeah, he's a murder suspect. Whoa, murder? Huh? You know Mr. Edgeworth, Larry. Edgy was in the same class as us in grade school. What? Yeah, Nick, him, and I used to hang out all the time. Wow, I never knew. Don't get me wrong. He's always been kind of a stick in the mud. Studying all the time, trying to be like father. Like his father. Yeah, Edgy's pop was a famous defense lawyer back in the day. Wow, wait. You said defense lawyer. But now, he's a prosecution lawyer. And those aren't interchangeable things, apparently. Wait a second. Mr. Edgeworth is a prosecuting attorney. What? Edgy's got a proboscis on his knee? No, he's a prosecuting... How do you know it? I don't even know what that is. What's Gordy? Huh? You mean you don't know? It's here in this very lake. A giant mysterious monster. Gordy. A monster? Yeah. Check it out. This is an article from yesterday's newspaper. There's a photo. Nick, a monster, a real monster. Yeah, it's probably just a log or something. Right? I set the camera to automatic, and when we got into the frame, I heard a loud bang. Like an explosion. Followed by the sound of something slipping into the water. Larry, could I borrow this article from you? Sure, no problem. That'll be $1 million. $1 million? Grow up, Larry. Could you show me that autopsy report once more? Hey, I remember now. The earlier days of the BBC. Primetime Sunday night television. On a car show that didn't really have much to do with cars in retrospect. This guy is James May. Oh, he's a lawyer at the office Mia worked at. I met him once when I went there to hang out with Sis. That office? Wait. You mean Grossberg's office? Right, that guy. That was the last name I expected to come up. Maybe I should go talk to him. For old time's sake. Aha! You're Mia's something, are you not? I was her understudy, yes, Phoenix Wright. Aha! And you're Mia's something too, are you not? Her little sister, yes. You've grown. You've come out to look a lot like your sister, you know? It takes me back. There was a murder last night. A murder? You haven't heard. I just got up, you see. Well, Miles Edgeworth shot someone with a pistol. Edgeworth, what? Who did he shoot? Well, the identity of the victim is still unknown. This is terrible news indeed. He was a lawyer. Here in my office. That's Hammond. Robert Hammond. It's not James May. It was Richard Hammond. No! The twist! The twist! Jeremy Clarkson did it. He's the murderer. I can't believe this. Mr. Hammond. He was the defense attorney in that case. That case? Yes, the DL6 incident. DL6? Why does that sound so familiar? It's coming back. That was the incident where the police were so at a loss they used the spirit medium. Wait, you don't mean... Was that medium my mother? Yes, my dear. The spirit medium, Misty Faye, your mother, contacted the spirit of the victim. But the case was a loss. No conviction was made. What does that case have anything to do with Mr. Edgeworth? It has everything to do with Mr. Edgeworth, my dear. The victim in the DL6 incident was none other than his father, Gregory Edgeworth. Oh shit! If you want to know more, you should ask him yourself. Show him this. I'm sure he'll talk to you. Hey, so, about your dad dying. Could you tell us some more about that? Here we go. Edgeworth. It's only been a matter of hours since you last visited, yet you've made incredible progress in your investigation. I'll admit it, I'm impressed, Wright. You are always single-minded in your work, though. Once you start in something, you always see it through, don't you? About the DL6 incident. Right, DL6. The DL6 incident was when my father died. Oh shit! He's dead again? My memories from that time are foggy. I suppose it's a self-defense mechanism. In any case, a suspect was arrested. A man. It's pretty clear he was the only one who could have killed my father. The spirit medium they used to talk to my late father said the same thing. It was an attorney by the name of Robert Hammond that cleared the suspect's name. It's strange. I thought that terrible incident was about to end, and now this. About to end? The DL6 incident happened 15 years ago, on December 28. It's eerily close to today's date. Gee golly, I wonder if it's going to be a 3-part trial, this next case, considering it's December 25th. The statute of limitations on the case runs out in 3 days. What? Nick, what does that mean? When a case statute of limitations runs out, legally, the case never happened. Oh, that's not how the law works, I'm sure. Statute of limitations are a thing, but for murder, it's forever. Okay, right. That's pretty clear. Edgeworth, did you shoot him? What do you think, Wright? I don't think you're the kind to point a gun at anyone, no. So you didn't shoot him? No, I didn't. It wasn't me. Right. It pains me to ask you this now. I know, you want us to defend you. Yes. Will you? Of course we will. I need to see what that does. I need to see what that does. Sorry, Edgy. No way. Right. Nick? Hey, don't look so serious, guys. I was kidding. I wasn't. Nick, do it over. Yes, Your Honor. How could I refuse you, Edgeworth? Thank you, Wright. Well, I guess we should. Huh? Oh no, it's an earthquake! We can't escape living in Japan! Huh? Where's Edgeworth? He's on the floor in a ball, shivering. I guess he doesn't do so well with earthquakes. I've heard of running, but curling up in a ball. Yeah, it's fucking scary, Phoenix. Let's go, Nick. Right. You have to give Edgeworth's letter of request to Detective Gumshoe. He's just gone. Why are you going around finding more witnesses? You want to give Mr. Edgeworth the death sentence, pal? No, not at all. Just, I mean, she did see something. There's nothing I can do about that. Can't go around covering up evidence. She says she saw Mr. Edgeworth fire the pistol. What? She even had a photograph to prove it. Right, I saw it too. But you really can't tell from the photo who it is shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality, it might, but should let us see who's who. She can do that? What happened to the other witness? Well, apparently there was a cancellation. Cancellation? How does a witness cancel? You're the law! Look what I got. Hey, you did it, pal. Glad I waited to the last minute to file those papers. I'll rip them up and start new ones for you. Thanks, detective. Well, see you in court tomorrow then. Got a new prosecutor. Oh, I don't like the look of him. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Von Carba, is the prosecution ready? Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? None, of course, that should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness. Testify to the court about the arrest now. No, wait, Mr. Von Karma. Yes. Actually, I'm the one that's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Wrong. There is only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role. Oh, yes, of course, you're quite right. Well, I guess he wins the case, Phoenix. I can't come back from that. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. We had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Okay. Why is that? There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. What? That's pretty damning evidence. It was fired 3 times. That's an interesting detail. A single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart, fatally. Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. And I will use it to kill again, Your Honor. Ha 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 ha. Could I have that stricken from the record, please? We now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective. Yes, sir? Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes. The ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol. I say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. Yo, what the hey? Let's wrap up early today. Hey, Miles Edgeworth, you're gonna get the death sentence. You done yucked up today. What are you doing? A 10-minute recess now. But wait, Just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it. Yeah, sure. Oh, I'm being bullied by the lawyers. We're taking a 10-minute recess, and my feelings are hurt. I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I saw at the time that he had shot himself. You mean it was a suicide? That's the only explanation I can come up with. How am I gonna convince anyone of that? The boat did it! Your Honor, it was the boat itself that became sentient. I'd like to present to the court the case of Thomas the Tank Engine. This is decisive evidence that vehicles can become sentient, Your Honor. Say, Maya. Huh? What? We're gonna really need me on this one, Maya. Oh, sorry, it's no good. Ugh, I'm stuck with you. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right? Yeah, you're useless. You don't know law, you don't have any trial experience or techniques? Yeah, you're pretty much useless, but I can't say that. It's okay, Nick. You don't have to say anything. Your face said it for you. No, of course I'm sorry. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Everyone has their off days. Let me just play it off like a joke. You're not shit all the time, Maya. Just mostly, but not all the time. Let me reload because I feel genuinely bad about that. I need you here. Of course not, I need you. I can see you're always trying to help out, even if you don't actually help. I don't know if this is much better, guys. It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out of the window, I saw 2 gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat. Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo, accepted as evidence. Oh, very well. This is a surprise. This looks like, the moment of the murder. Very well. This court finds to deflate. Wait, whoa, what the fuck? Hang on. Wait, Your Honor, it's too soon. I haven't even got a testimony yet. I heard this bang come from the lake. When I looked up out the window, I saw two gents in the boat. There was two bangs. Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out? Well, yeah, sure. You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless contradictions, Mr. Wright. Not meaningless babble. On camera, I think I hate you. Press this one, we might as well. Are you sure about that? How come you're so sure? Oh heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake. Almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you... Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. Oh, that's what I'm... Sustained. No, I'm gonna have to call my wife and kids soon and tell them I'm out of a job. I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you are unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting. But, Your Honor, you keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood? I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Who was that? It was me. I just wanted to say hi. I'm not a lawyer. Lot of heart. Your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth on that night? Did you see him fire that pistol? You will stand down. You're not even involved in this case. You're just... What actually are you, the Phoenix? Why do we let you in the courtroom? Well, I've got a lot of questions about your presence, actually. Why is there a spirit medium here? The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst. Answer me, Lotta. What's the big deal treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear. I saw Edgeworth. Enough, Judge. Declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were whirlwind. A guard! Escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave. No. Did I lose? Wait. I is interrupting again. I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. Ha! What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You're wrong. What? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes the testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Order! Order in the court! Order! 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 Order up! Who ordered this one? I got an order here. Order! Another order. Miss Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he is in contempt of court. No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me. Very well. By fate, you will leave the courtroom immediately. I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Maya, you're going to prison. Contempt of court is at least like 6 months, I'm pretty sure. Okay, how could you have seen it? Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. Oh, what? You got what? Look at this photograph. Every time this comes up, it's so hard to take seriously. This picture was taken with a professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on that boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? 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 Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please. Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Miss Hart. What? Could you see the defendant that night? Of course. I said I could and I meant I could. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that voice out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. You see, no problem. Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday, you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. Oof. I'm trying to do a southern oof. I can't quite do it. Oof. The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well then, what exactly was she photographing? It's more likely that it's the monster. It's more likely that it's the monster, and that's why she was there. Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. Oh, what's this? A newspaper article? Gordy. Nah, I'm deciding at Gord Lake. What is proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy, the lake monster? The camera was facing the lake. The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus this photograph here, taken when a gun fired on the lake. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had your camera set to respond to loud noises. Yeah. Not bad. Are all you lawyers that there smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Oh, hey! But as she so succinctly said, so what? Why'd you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at that lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time. Crossed my heart and hoped to fry. Were you really looking at that boat? Oh, what's it to you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it. I agree, any normal person would. But you were far from normal. You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy. And that's what you were doing. I thought, I could be witness to a murder and all. I kinda got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat, till now. So, she just wanted to be in court. You got the photograph, you got proof. Still, we can't see who is shooting who in this. Right. That's why I took this photo in. Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole. Oh my god. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth or worse. What should I do? Show the enlargement. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? Because it does not exist. What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool. We got him. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Carver? Miss Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. You've been a mean bully today. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. We still cannot see who was firing in this. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. That's a hell of an enhancement. Show this court what's strange about this photo. I gotta point to it. Okay. Alright, this man is recoiling. There's not a lot of details for me to conceivably click on. We don't have faces, we don't have clothes, there's no detail there. Hand, flash, hand. The cogs are turning. Edgeworth is right-handed. Here, Your Honor. The shooter. No, I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. Oh, the hand. That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. Bears prints from Edgeworth's right hand. The evidence is clear. The prints on the murder weapon from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Holy shit, we got it. The shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Maya. Hey, Nick, it's you. I'm glad Mr. Edgeworth made it through the day okay. Why'd you do that anyway? I don't know. I just knew I had to do something. I know I'm not the lawyer my sister was. I'm not even a lawyer. I'm sorry. Oh no. Well, you did save the trial. Just behave from now on, okay? Okay. Detective Gumshoe was here just now. He said, seeing as this is your first offense, we'll let you go after questioning. Whew. Oh, and he wanted me to get bail money ready. Oh no. You can pay for me, okay? Huh? How much? I don't know. I guess they'll send you a bill or something. Why do I picture giant bales of money every time I hear the word bail? We gotta pay to bust Maya out of prison. I want to talk to you about Maya Fey. Huh? She's not out on bail yet. That's strange. I told them to let her go as soon as they had their report written up. Oh no, what would have happened in that courtroom today if it weren't for her? Seen her getting dragged out by the bailiff. I'll be honest with you, pal. I shed a tear or two. Mr. Edgeworth, he was so moved I saw his lip trembling. That's about as much emotion as he's capable of expressing. I was wondering, how much is bail going to be? Don't worry about that. Mr. Edgeworth is posting the whole amount. Aw, he's a good guy at heart. Didn't I tell you? He's grateful to her for what she did. Alright, pal. Well, don't forget to go pick her up, okay? Real last, eh? Those interrogators are really mean. They were like, okay, what did you do this time? Like I was some kind of criminal. Can you believe it? Well, they let you out in the end, didn't they? Oh, that reminds me. Thanks for bail. Thank Edgeworth. Huh? He posted bail for you. Said he was grateful for what you did. I have to make it up to him. We've got to win this case, Nick. I'll interrupt court proceedings again if I have to. I want to make it up to y'all. Make it up? See, I reckon we might be able to do ourselves a little exchange. Exchange? The only fair exchange for information is information. Well, listen good. What I need from y'all is information about Gordy. Whoa, Gordy? Gordy Gordy might not exist. And bring me proof that shows he don't. I'll be keeping watch from the car, okay? You see something, y'all come to me first. You got it? Okay. Right, see y'all later. Okay, so I gotta find the Loch Ness Monster to prove that Edgeworth didn't kill a man. That's a bit of a long shot. The Steel Samurai, Nick. Yo, Maya. Larry, what the heck is that? Oh, it was my girl Kiance's idea. She was all, if you like, put this here. It would be like really cool. Dude, she gave it to me along with the banner. Wow, That's really impressive she could find those for you. Well, she knows a lot of people. And that show's finished now, so she got them for free. Right. But why are your nipples highlighted on your shirt? Hey Larry, did you know Mr. Edgeworth's secret weakness? He's terrified of earthquakes. Maya, that's really fucking mean to just share. He acts like a little boy. Maya, you're acting like a little bitch, if I do say so. When did you get that big thing? Oh, the big guy. I've had him for about a month, yeah? It's a big hit with the kids. Why wasn't it there yesterday? Huh? Oh, right. The compressor was busted. Compressor? Yeah, it's that little unit by my hot dog stand. That's what I used to put air in the Steel Samurai. It broke a little while ago, so I sent it in for repairs. Oh. Here I thought you'd inflated it by yourself. Y'all, only one of our newest secret weapons for finding evidence. Really? You can take whichever one you like. Introducing secret weapon number 1. Missile. Missile? He's a K9 police dog, still in training. Missile, here boy. Woof. Next secret weapon number 2. A fishing pole. Here, this is my own personal pole. Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for a monster. Yeah. How are we supposed to catch a whole sea monster with a fishing pole? Never know till you try, pal. Secret weapon number 3. A metal detector. Here. Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for something alive. Right. How are we supposed to find it with a metal detector? Hey, you never know. It might have been eating soda cans. Well, which will it be? The new Pokemon starters are wild. Can we borrow a missile? Sure thing, pal. We go to him. Woof. It's so cute. K9 unit missile borrowed from Detective Gumshoe. K9 unit in training. Very cute with shiny eyes. Hey, I love little doggies. Good boy, good boy. Oh no. Missile! Missile! My samurai dogs. Wow, he ate every single one. I'm sorry, Larry. Your career is over. Sorry, don't pay my bills, Nick. It's going to have to this time. Okay, let's get this one. Metal detector. Sure thing, Bow. I'm not sure what we're going to find with this. Remember, you're hunting for a monster. Anything is possible, anything. Nick, it's beeping. The metal detector's found something. Sure is loud enough about it. Whatever it is, it must be in those bushes. Go check it out, Maya. It could be a bear trap, and I don't want to lose my arm. Nick, look. An air tank. Someone was under the water. Well, now we gotta try use the air tank on everything. What? An air tank? What about it? Larry, I wanted to ask you about this tank. You've seen it before. Huh? Me? No, never. Who the heck would go diving in the middle of the winter? There's flags. Larry's not the killer. Surely not. Surely not. Something about the way his eye twitched when I showed him the tank. I think I better pursue this line of question a little further. Is it yours? Why would I have a thing like that? Look, see how there's a string of flags around the tank valve? Just like the string of flags around your Steel Samurai there. We caught him. Must be a coincidence. There's strings of flags everywhere these days. Like elementary schools. And used car dealerships. Look, why would I need a tank anyway? You used this to inflate that, didn't you? Inflate what? What else? That big puffy Steel Samurai. Now, why would you go asking me a question like that? Looks like I hit the nail on the head. Right. Actually, see, the compressor I always used was on the fritz. So I tried using the tank to inflate it just once. And it didn't go so well. Like what I said, the compressor was busted. So I took the tank and tried to fill the Samurai up with that. And then, blam. The valve busted open and made this incredible noise. And that tank there took off like a rocket. And it took my poor deflated Steel Samurai with it. What? Off into Gourd Lake? Well, all that happened on the 20th or so. Ooh, okay. When did you find it? Just the night before last. Was Butts on the lake? That's the same night that the murder happened. Why has no one reported that? Is Butts the other witness? Actually, I was here on the night of the murder. But you see, I went home before midnight. We've solved one mystery at least. A mystery? Lotta. There is no such thing as Gordy. What? How can y'all be so sure? Really, Nick? Y'all got some proof Gordy don't exist? The air tank. Larry's air tank? What are y'all doing with an air tank? This is Gordy. Excuse me? There's a stand near here, a hot dog stand. There's a giant inflatable samurai doll there. About a week ago, an idiot, who happens to be a friend of mine, tried to fill it. He used his air tank, and when the valve blew, the tank flew into the lake. Apparently it made a pretty loud bang when it flew. A bang! The tank, along with the still deflated samurai, fell into the lake. At the same time, the couple was taking a photograph of the lake. Oh my god, that's what it was. Wait, so you're saying that Gordy is really the steel samurai? Well, that's a fine way to ruin a gal's dreams. I'm sorry, Lotta. Nah, it's okay, you win. I'll give you your info like I promised. I overheard the cops around here saying something about a witness tomorrow. They said he's the caretaker of the boat rental place up the pat here, the night of the murder. My camera clicked twice, you know. Wait, so you have another photo? Yeah, but there's nothing in it at all, just the lake. We've been homing in on this detail for ages, that there was more than one gunshot that she heard. Because she specifically mentioned that. I guess this would be the photo corresponding to that other one. There's 3 shots fired with the gun. I figured it wouldn't be as much use as evidence, so I kept it to myself. Well, it might not be helpful at all, but here, take it. Second lake photo added to the court record. It was an empty lake, taken automatically at 10 to midnight. Bye now, y'all take care. Time for me to pack up and leave. My hopes and dreams are all in tatters now. Oh, hello. There's a parrot.
Meg? Hey, you? Hey, is that Kate with you? Where have you two been? I've been worried sick. You'll run the pasta shop when I'm gone?
Pasta?
Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. Polly! The kids are home!
Hello! Squawk!
Yep.
He fell asleep. I guess he's relieved. Oh, the old man is on the scene. Hello? It ignored me. Oh, he's asleep.
Oh! Well, you forgot, Meg? You forgot to call her name first.
Her name?
Polly! How you been?
Hello! Squawk!
See?
Neat. So the parrot's name is Polly. Parrot added to the court record.
Oh, Polly can say lots of things. You just need to know the secret words.
The secret words? Polly, what's your name?
Polly!
He cute. Maya's found a new friend.
Doc, my memory's gotten worse of late. That's why I just tell everything important to old Polly there.
Everything important? Oh, I wonder. Polly, what's the number to the safe?
1128! What?
Squawk? I can't do the parrot voice. It is 1128, Mia. Squawk. Like, I'll even fucking try the badge. Oh my god. All things.
That's a lawyer's badge.
Yes, it is. I don't believe it. This old guy is the first person to recognize my badge.
I got you figured out now. You're not Kate.
Nick, now's a chance to clear things up. Sir. No, I'm not Kate. And I'm not Meg either. We're here investigating a murder that took place in this lake the other night. Please help us.
Yep. The other night out in the lake.
Yes?
I know all about that. I've seen it.
What? Tell us. Tell us what you saw.
I forget the time, but it was pretty dark outside. Probably night, I hope.
After midnight, but okay.
Then I heard this bang. So I looked outside. Then I heard another one. Bang. Oh shit. A little while later, his boat comes back. Then a young man walked by my window here. He was muttering something to himself, yup.
What did he say?
Yup. I forgot. I'll remember tomorrow by court time, I promise.
Polly, have we forgotten something?
What? Don't forget DL6. What?
Well, that's pretty significant. The DL6 incident? Hey, Dad!
What's that?
This is getting weird. Who is this old guy? Are we just gonna leave? We're just not talking to him about that. He locked the door from the other side. What? Why did we leave? Detective Gumshoe, please help us.
Huh?
We need to know about the DL6 incident. If you can convince me somehow the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I'd consider opening the file up. The parrot said it. What's that, a parrot? The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. The parrot knew about that incident. That incident? DL6.
What?
Holly, have you forgotten something? Don't forget DL6. I think the parrot's seen some shit from this preview here. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident. Through there is the station's record room. I'll give you special permission to go in and find what you need. Alright, way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Nick, to the records room. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed, and all of the lights went out. At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours. There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator, and the survivors were unconscious. The survivors? One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart. Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50. He had lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son, Miles. Miles! From the angle of the bullet and other evidence, it could not have been a suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? The man arrested as a suspect in DL6 was Yanni Yogi. He was a clerk in the court, apparently. So he must have been the 3rd person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it. But he was found innocent, thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond. Hammond's the victim in our case. Right. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived. So much so he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. Is the old man? Is the old man Yogi? I think it has to be. That's why he has a parrot to remind him, don't forget this. Because of the brain damage from being oxygen starved. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. It depends how fast you left click in this game. Witness, state your profession.
I am the proprietor of the restaurant of the Wet Noodle at Gord Lake.
The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct?
Yep, I was.
Please testify. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah! I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. The witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name.
Well, he can't recall, you say?
Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify.
Very well.
Let's hear his testimony then, shall we?
It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight, yup. I was in the restaurant where I, rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang, yup. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating out on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore. A man walks by my window.
Judge, your verdict now.
Yes? Mr. Wright?
This isn't how court works. Cross-examine. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness.
Very well, you may begin. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma.
3 minutes just passed.
I see. Well, let's just take our time, you know. We're in no rush.
To make a verdict here. Von Carver, are you sure you know how court works? That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad!
That's certain, Keith. He said I can't believe he's dead as he was walking by, too.
Witness, are you sure the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth?
It was him, not Edgeworth, boy. Oh, I've fallen over.
You okay? This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No! There's a lot of doubt still. How can this already be decided? This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Oh shit! He's guilty. How is it already over? What? Wait! Who was that? Me? Huh? What? It's already been adjourned! A verdict was cast! A verdict! The gunshot! I heard it too! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. You fucking bullshitting me, Judge? In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Oh, I'm just all over the place today. That night, I was out in the boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. This is all irrelevant. I want the trial to end in 4 minutes now. I've confused this court for an AGDQ speed run, Your Honor. You only heard one bang. You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. I was listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones. What? Yeah, I had my Spotify playlist on, Your Honor. Order, and stop with that booing. Jesus, you're not a panel crowd here. This is a court of law.
Oh, no, it isn't.
Oh, you stop that shite right now. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Well, Your Honor, the radio announcer was singing along to the song. They were saying, shake it off, shake it off. And cause player's gonna play, and hater's gonna hate. So I'm just gonna shake, Your Honor. Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. I heard 2 sounds like gunshots just after midnight. Is it this piece of evidence? It is, okay. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. That contradicts the 2 testimonies we've heard so far, Your Honor. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when we heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. This is my evidence. The murder weapon. Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? It's finally come together. This has been bothering me since day 1 of the case. Do you have evidence that proves there was a gunshot before midnight? Do you have evidence that proves Mr. Butts wasn't just hearing things? I'm gonna try the photo. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh yeah? Oh, but there's nothing on the lake in this picture. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, there was a gunshot at the time that Larry claims. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots, separated by 25 minutes. And I'm jealous, because I have not been able to finish my trial faster than that. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, or Richard Hammond, from the BBC television show Top Gear, and not James May, were on that boat. Jeremy Clarkson is still at large, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. It was the Stig. There's another party. It all comes back together. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot in the lake. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the 2 men on the boat are. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then.
The murderer's name, Wright. I mean, it's not Lotta. Surely not. I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
You don't know?
Bah! Again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop. That old man. Oh shit! May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat?
What? Well then, where did this murder take place?
Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night, he was kind of wandering aimlessly for a while out in the lake. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned the boat?
The boat shop.
That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. Oh my god! This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment of your demise. Please continue. The murderer lifts his pistol and fires 1 shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other.
The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gord Lake.
Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly.
Your Honor, sir.
Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet.
The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either.
What?
What should I do?
Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? Very well. Court is adjourned. Unless, you know, we like to have a little surprise witness right at the end. Are we adjourned? Are we good to end the court today? Does anyone else have anything else to say? No? That's it for today, everyone. Take 5.
I testify, Your Honor. Hold it. Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time left. If this is relevant information for your case, please, for the love of God, tell me. It's a nightmare I've had. Okay. Here we fucking go. I was shrunk down, smaller than my bed. And for some reason, a giant monster was chasing me. But no matter how much I ran, I couldn't get away. I haven't slept well in a few weeks. That's all I want to say. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed. A memory of a murder. Wait, did Edgeworth kill his dad? Is that where this is going? Why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. And then he became edgy. They saved me. Miles and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know. What? It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial. You remember, Larry, spring, end of 3rd grade. A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Ah, I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared. $38 still inside. That's when the murder happened. Sorry, this is ruining the mood. I didn't do it.
Guilty, he did it. Guilty, off with his head, he did it. Give the money back, you meanie, you little shit.
In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. That's when it happened. He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. I'm 7.
Look at him go.
It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it, he's the one.
We don't need proof. Burn him at the stake.
Why don't you all just shut up? This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world. But, Phoenix, you had 2 friends that day. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right, I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. I tried to get in touch with him. I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he'd become who he became. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean? That's why. That's why you became a defense attorney. To meet Edgeworth. If I was a defense attorney, I knew that he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court, I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter. Any way you look at it. Yet he was found innocent. The earthquake shot Edgeworth's dad. The earthquake pulled the trigger. My God. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. Though he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, his handsome demeanor, it's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. Well, you know, Edgeworth, that's impossible unless the fucking point of the court of law is to try fucking determine that. Think about what you're saying a moment. Hey, you want to see a picture of your dead dad? Nick! No! That's a photo of his father. Don't show him that. Yeah, you're right. Now probably isn't a good time to dredge up those memories. We know the combination for the safe, and if he's not home, then we can check it. That old caretaker got away. Yep. Never imagined he might be the real murderer. Ahem. I know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Grossberg.
Aha, hello! What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow.
That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right?
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
Oh ho! What do you mean by that?
Well, I'm not sure.
If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I might be able to offer you some assistance.
Thanks and bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Is Mr. Grossberg, like, in on it? Why is Grossberg here? He must know who this individual is. He's trying to cover something up. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly.
Hello, hello!
Can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself.
Hello, hello!
Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. Guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake. Getting on the boat, firing twice. Okay, so there is like a mastermind behind it. There is someone else who is organizing all of this, and they know about the DL6 incident. It's Jeremy Clarkson. I hope to God it's gonna say, oh my God, it's Yogi. He's Yogi. Wait, that old man. What is it? Have you made the realization that we've made in the stream a while ago? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Oh, but he's not sure about it. There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. The last time I said this, I had been concealing some important information for the case. Now I'd like to do it again. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. What? What are you? Stop breathing my air. No, fodder. He's attacking fodder. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away. Get away from my fodder. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. Edgeworth, that doesn't sound too sane. That's a very harrowing memory. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean? It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe. Grossberg? Is it Grossberg? There is someone who knows about DL6. We gotta find Grossberg. Is he actually fucking home for once?
So Mr. Edgeworth dreamed he shot his own father.
It's only a dream. Only a dream.
I wonder.
What?
If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled? Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course. with the statute of limitations so close.
You were at the boat shack. Why were you at the boat shack?
Oh, so this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond.
Why kill Robert Hammond?
Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but as for his own.
Huh? His own sake?
He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this?
It can't possibly be Von Karma, can it? Von Karma hated Gregory Edgeworth, but he didn't murder Gregory Edgeworth, did he? Could it be Manfred Von Karma?
Von Karma, why would he have something to do with this?
Well, I'm not sure.
Von Karma. Wait, you're right, my boy.
He orchestrated the crime.
This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports.
But you were still at the boat shack. Why were you there?
He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son.
But that seems too obvious. What were you doing at the boat shack, Grossberg? What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma?
Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood.
Faulty evidence?
It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see.
Vacation?
Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
We were wondering if we could check out the records room again. Well, now I can't have just anyone wandering around in there. Well, I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. Von Karma? Yes, he just arrived, actually. Von Karma's in the records room. Nick, let's hurry. The file for DL6. It's completely empty.
What? What are you doing in here?
Have we met? What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team.
Defense team? I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They are like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed. I'm not guilty.
Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you?
Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? They are but bugs to me.
It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. We were right. Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. Is there anything else I can present to Von Karma? This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder.
Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard of him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it.
Well, okay, I guess it's just Von Karma. But what was Grossberg doing at the boat shack? Nick, what is that thing? A stun gun for self-defense, usually.
Now give me the letter.
No! No!
Whoa! What are you?
Nick, run! Maya, no! Oh no! Maya!
Out of my way!
He got us both. Maya's sacrifice was in vain. Question. We're in a police station. Is no one gonna help us? The letter's gone, of course. And he took the DL6 evidence, all of it. Police, I just got assaulted in the record room. I'm useless. Oh, Maya, you got tased. I'm like, not your fault. I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Oh, Jesus. Maya, no, you're okay. Like, you're still just a kid, you know? You're working stuff out. Don't be so hard on yourself. You got your whole life ahead of you. Now, if you're a 26-year-old boomer like me, that's when you're having an existential crisis. Maya, he's holding something. What is that, a bullet? DL6 evidence number 7 taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Is the real scenario that Von Karma had a mastermind plan to get back on Gregory Edgeworth by not only training his son how to prosecute quite badly and fabricate evidence so it will go against everything Gregory Edgeworth stood for, but then simultaneously attempt to then murder him close to the anniversary of the DL6 incident expiring? That's a bit much, ain't it? But what was Grossberg doing at the boat shack? I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yep, seems like it.
And how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, huh? You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case?
Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. This man, Your Honor, is Gregory Edgeworth. Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff.
Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident.
How do you propose to prove this to the court? I would like to call the parrot to testify. Please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago.
I see. That makes sense.
Oh, it's not the parrot testifying. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness. I'm pulling this out of my ass, Mr. Wright.
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant.
Oh my god, this is actually happening.
I guess we'll not be able to prove his identity.
The DNA test?
There are ways to even prove that. I imagine dental records, like half of bodies they find seem to be like identified by the dentures.
Unfortunately, Mr. Wright, he has no teeth or blood. What will you do now? He's not even a real human being. Perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for little comic relief, hmm?
Yes, I would. Von Karma, actually, that's what I've been proposing the last while. No, can I actually do that? Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot.
What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to. Your Honor.
Here we fucking go.
I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Is this legal? I don't know. Let the parrot take the stand. This is such a powerful image. This is incredible.
That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name.
We gotta go through fucking court proceedings.
Who is your owner? Please testify for us.
Oh my god.
Hello.
That's it.
Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Gee golly, I don't think anyone needs to change this one too.
Press the parrot. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? Polly? Have we forgotten something?
Hello.
Forgot. Something we forgot.
Hello.
Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. Polly, what's your name?
Polly. Mr. Wright. I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity?
Well, yeah, because it's the owner's parrot. But I don't know how that helps the case. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Yes! Yes! We got it! Present.
The DL6 case file.
That's quite a large file you have there. It would be a shame if something were to happen to it. Von Karma just takes out his taser. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see?
Indeed, it does say that, yes.
What was his fiancée's name?
Polly Jenkins.
Polly! Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he's named his parrot after her. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does that make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. Polly, what was the number to the safe in the shack?
1128. 1128. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you are claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker.
It does. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ha! Ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? 1228. That's why. Specifically the date on which the DL6 incident occurred.
The date of the incident? December 28? Why, that's today's date. 15 years ago.
And the number on that safe is 11228.
Ah!
He used the date of the DL6 incident as a number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him.
I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates.
Bah, this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number 1. Von Karma, you probably shouldn't tell the court this. Someone's getting robbed after this trial, I'm just saying. This is a mere coincidence, that's all.
True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seem more like a pattern to me.
But what are you saying?
Witness, tell us your name.
Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember.
No, it's okay. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think, finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years.
My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court.
He admits it.
Order, order! Yanni Yogi! So it wasn't you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death?
Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. This was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. I have no regrets.
Wait a moment! Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean?
I'm not at liberty to speak on the matter.
Oh God, is it still gonna come to light that Edgeworth killed his dad?
Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi?
Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession.
Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is
innocent. In this case, at least.
There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections?
I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? not guilty.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
But we know Mr. Von Karma. He's still guilty in all this.
Objection!
Thank God. Edgeworth, Your Honor, I object to your judgment.
What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? We must hear Miles Edgeworth.
He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. My say in this trial is meaningless. I should probably be sacked at this point.
For 15 years, I have had a reoccurring dream. I'm late for school, but the school bus never really shows, and for some reason, I'm not wearing pants. I hear the bus beep outside my house, and I try to open the door so I can go on the bus, but the door is locked. Eventually, the bus pulls away, and I don't make it to school that day. Then my mom gets angry at me. The criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. I don't know where I'm pointing. That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all.
The gun fired once.
Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream. One bullet found in the heart.
Oh wait, the murder weapon was fired twice. Oh, okay, right, no, that's... Yeah, what's going on there? Hang on.
Well, we got him. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came.
I see.
No, Your Honor, unfortunately you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony.
You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you?
I don't accept this evidence. Unless
you can tell us what page it's on. But good luck remembering, Phoenix Wright. But there are 3 pages in the document.
What the fuck is this?
The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot had something to do with the case?
I mean, I sure fucking hope so. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof.
What? Impossible. Do you have evidence that supports the second fire of the pistol is related to this incident?
Yes, Your Honor, because this is my badge. And it shows. I'm a lawyer.
Please, think how we feel having to look at this evidence time and time again. You know, this shtick is getting real tiring. You've made the same joke like 4 different streams now, Phoenix.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's a shot in the window. When did I get there? Wait a minute. How is it airtight? There's a shot in the... None of this makes any sense now. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else.
Mr. Wright! But who could that someone else be?
The murderer, of course.
If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point.
That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth.
I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim.
You should be fired. You're the worst judge I've ever seen. You don't know how to do your job. It's a fucking rodeo in your court. Walt Disney's gonna shoot you. It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. Second bullet must exist. But where? Find the culprit! Who could it be? This upsets me. The second bullet. It existed. What? Well, we've just heard proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor, but I just channeled spirits from beyond the grave, and they would like to say otherwise. Find the culprit. He's thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
Mr. Wright, you appear to have got in a trance-like state there. Any spirits from beyond the grave? Any advice you'd like to share with the court?
Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But the murderer had to take that bullet.
Had to take, Mr. Wright? What do you mean?
Well, for instance what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer. The murderer came from outside, yes. Where the fuck we going, Phoenix? He has no idea what's going on. He's just winging it. He's not studied for the test. Two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday?
Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Don't tell me it's fucking Von Karma. No, please, God, don't loop back that way. What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of his shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean it could only mean one thing. I can't believe this is happening. There is a suspect. One lone suspect.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect?
Von... My hands are shaking.
V what?
Von Karma. Von Karma!
You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor?
Bah!
You don't object?
I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. It's no use. Edgeworth. I know Von Karma. Perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That will leave a doctor as a witness. Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. But where? Can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? It's not still inside him. I'm not gonna use a fucking metal detector on Von Karma and find there's like a bullet in his chest. Cause like, surely not. Surely not. Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. This is my last chance. The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is the metal detector. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself.
Oh! You don't mean?
I do. There is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma.
Is that even possible? For all these years, he would have passed out for blood loss.
We could use this metal detector that I conveniently have in my person. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. I refuse.
You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. But the thing is, right? He could just say he got that somewhere else. Surely, it's been 15 years. There's so many scenarios. How did he open the elevator lift? Why was Grossberg at the dockhouse? What is even happening anymore? I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to the testing.
Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Yes, you'll see you'll find my replacement hip. Can't believe this. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This is the bullet taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Mr. Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We can analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. You fool, Phoenix. For this gun has no fingerprints. It also worked in the chemical factory. You cannot prosecute me. He's like exploded. That scream. I've heard that scream before.
Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Get away. Get away from my father.
It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed.
Mr. Von Karma.
Edgeworth! Only you would defy me! You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Debt. 15 years earlier, I was careless. I'm sorry, but you'll have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth! Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain. A horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. It was mighty convenient that was the exact moment the power was restored to the building. And yet, no one was about in the hallway, or even on the floor, to see me commit murder. I knew then, it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. If spirit mediums exist, surely ghosts have the capacity to move about to some degree. Oh, but you see, then I had my final step. I removed the ghost of Mr. Gregory's fingerprints from the scene of the crime.
Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge. What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now. End it. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth,
Not guilty.
That is all. This court is adjourned. And I should really be sacked after this case. It was I who sent Mr. Grossberg to the boathouse. You naive fools. I sent him there to throw you off the scent.
I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome.
Amazing, pal. You really pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares?
See, Mr. Edgeworth? You should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop! Congrats, Edgy. Here, little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah. That's not strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? $38 exactly! Nick! Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? No!
Yes, for you see, Edgeworth, it was I who stole the lunch money back in school.
When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really right. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out.
Dash! The death sentence for both of you! And if only I had known, I'd have become a prosecutor.
Want to switch, Right?
Hey, y'all, line up, I'll take a photo. I don't think flash photography is permitted in the courthouse, but they're not gonna stop me now.
We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom. Even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Wait, what? Why is he still being held?
Excuse me, game. We missed a detail.
Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? Still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick.
No! Maya, don't leave us! You're not completely useless! You steal some shit that proves handy sometimes!
Hey! Nick!
Maya! Oh.
Wait! What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. It was at the very end when I thought we lost everything. The point I'm getting at, Maya, is that you were fucking useless, and your sister, despite being dead, proves more use on the daily than you'll ever be. Have a good time in the mountains. I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Take that! Huh? Sorry, Nick. I guess I don't understand.
Oh, now that I think about it, I don't understand. Oh no! Reload! We gotta get this right! Do you want a handgun, Maya? You want a handgun?
A bullet?
Oh, cause she got the bullet. Okay.
This was the bullet to put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay. I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. See you soon, Maya. There she goes.
Ah, it was I who convinced her to return to spirit training.
Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur.
Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim.
Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I got a bad feeling about this. Wait, is that the first game done? Is that it?
Hey pal, Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise.
Whoop! Detective Gumshoe.
Then he hung his low head and went right back outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh?
Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call a cheap date. Huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah.
Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright. Ah, yes, Mia's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't heard of him of late. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
What were you doing at the boathouse?
Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Did you know that? He's a gosh darn Gen Z millennials. I'm pleased to announce the Pink Princess is ahead. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. No, I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know.
Right? Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, all right? But you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her. The one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ah, what a dog. It was kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age. This concerns me.
Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Me, I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real. Now that's a talent. I'm gonna be famous.
Oh God, is Mia in the Is Mia in the picture? To the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney streams. There is but one more case.
We're not done.